Hello, hello, Heartfully Reconfigured. Love your
I'm just
name.
going to take a few more moments while everyone's arriving, just allowing yourself to settle in. And just letting everybody know you will need paper and pen for this session. So if you don't have some and a glass of water, you might just want to make your way and have some paper and pen and some water. We'll be calling you all in just very shortly. Just give the ladies another 30 seconds to arrive. So a huge warm welcome to each of you as you have been arriving. We're so looking forward to hearing from you and having an opportunity to not only hear your voices, but also hear your hearts. Because today, Janet Grace and I are hosting another Sacred Conversations, which we're doing monthly with a huge thanks and appreciation to We the World and part of the 11 Days of Unity. Today, we're celebrating women from across the globe, and we get an opportunity to really meet each other from a place of igniting our heart's intelligence. And it felt like a very important and relevant topic, didn't it, Grace? We'll get a moment to hear from Grace. It felt like a very relevant topic because right now, with so much change and our attention being taken into so many new areas and also areas that are falling away, being able to find a place where we can navigate our direction and our thoughts and our actions becomes a little challenging, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And so as we start to turn our attention to the heart, which never lies and holds the wisdom of the feminine, we're able to really move forward with confidence and ease. So I'm just going to invite beautiful Grace to chime in and introduce herself. I'm going to pop back over and introduce myself in a moment. And welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, welcome, welcome from our hearts to yours. This really is such a pivotal time in human history. And, you know, with all the chaos and confusion we do, as Aurora was saying, we have to navigate from a different place. We can't navigate the terrain of life any longer from our logic reasoning mind. We have to navigate things from our knowing, intuitive, loving, compassionate heart. And it's a different way of living. It's a different way of leading, and it's a different way of loving ourselves and each other on this amazing journey that we've all agreed to be on at this amazing pivotal time in human history. We all signed a soul contract to be here at this time. And so coming together in these sacred conversations and really diving deeper into the wisdom of the heart, understanding and embracing and nurturing our relationship with that part of us that really is the knower that knows, that can guide us and direct us and love us through it all, and where we feel a greater sense of peace, no matter what's going on around us, no matter what the situation or the circumstance is, we're going to be holding such reverence for what we know is our truth and the truth for others, that we aren't stimulated by the external situations and circumstances, that we are holding the ground, we're holding the high watch for humanity. So yeah, and my beautiful soul sister Aurora has been, doing the same work as I have on the Southern Hemisphere, and I'm holding the space for the Northern Hemisphere. And together we've really found each other through the Ambassador Academy, through Barbara Marx Hubbard's work several years ago. And we've been holding the torch and feeling our own heart's intelligence and our own heart's calling to really come together in this way, to really activate and stimulate. And tonight, or today, depending on what part of the world you're in, igniting your heart's intelligence. So yeah, I'm so honored to be on this journey with Aurora and with all of you. And I know that it's going to be a rich and fulfilling conversation this evening and beyond. So Aurora, I'd love for you to introduce yourself also.
I'd love to. I love the unique group of women that comes to each individual gathering, because I know each of you are holding a specific piece for the whole. And it's in this particular group, this particular number of group, and each of you women, something is being held and birthed already. So I want to say thank you for following your heart. And my name's Aurora Pagonis, for those who haven't met me as yet. I am tuning in from a little town called Bangalore on the east coast of Australia. It's morning. She's got a hand up in the air. We'd love if you could just pop your name and where you are in the world just in the chat box, and maybe one feeling word as you're entering, and I'll keep introducing my background. As a coach and a speaker and a mentor, I've inspired hundreds of women across the globe to really step up into their voices and into their leadership. Originally in corporate business, and then working very closely with those who are very purpose-led and focused. And the importance for me is really not only the empowerment of women, but also being able to, through the empowerment of women, ignite new ways of leading and loving and sharing, so that we can create freedom and betterment for all. And so I'm sure that one of the reasons you're here is there must be a deep longing in your heart for a deeper connection with yourself, a deeper connection with other women, a deeper connection for others. And I would probably guess a deeper connection to an intelligence that lives way beyond the mind and way beyond the form, that we're going to be really igniting and supporting today, right in the center of our circle, even though we look like we're in squares and rectangles, right? Let's pretend we're in a circle. Over to you, Grace, my darling.
Yes. So, and I'm coming to you tonight. My home is in Big Bear Lake, California, but I'm coming to you tonight from Templeton in Central California. I'm here celebrating my birthday weekend with my son. And, so as we are gathering this evening, and as I mentioned, our theme tonight and today is igniting your heart's intelligence. And so I'm welcome all of you from Bangalore and from Lake McGuire, from the East Coast, and Catherine from the Central Coast of California. And there's just so much love that we are coming together and celebrating here tonight. And I just want to mention also, as Aurora had stated earlier, if you don't already have a pen and paper, You're going to be wanting to catch in consciousness the ideas, the thought forms, the ways in which you are going to feel into ideas that are going to be coming through you tonight in this beautiful sacred circle. So, and Marian's coming in from Victoria, a little south of Aurora, yay! And she's celebrating her birthday in lockdown. Are you?
Yesterday. We had Marion's birthday yesterday and Grace's birthday the day before. So we've got a couple of birthday girls here. Is there any other birthday girls?
Yes.
We've had lots of birthdays in the wind.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and so as we are going to be settling in, Aurora, should I start with the meditation?
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody how we're going to play today?
Okay, sure. So we have our theme, and then also what we'll do is we're going to drop in to a meditation. We're going to drop into our hearts, and as we do that, we're going to be once again igniting the spark of the divine within each one of us, and then we're going to be sharing some deeper, more provocative questions that you're going to be with this evening. And then we'll have a writing exercise as you're listening to the wisdom of your heart. And then we're going to break out into dyads and actually have some beautiful conversations around what did come through. And as you are in these beautiful conversations of the heart, you are going to, new things are going to bubble up to the surface, and to be in this sacred circle, this beautiful, safe and sacred space, many things are going to bubble up that you'll want to even hear yourself speak them out loud and feel them in your heart. And this is an opening, just like I've been leading full moon ceremonies for almost 30 years now. And there's a full moon actually in the next 2 days. So for those of you who celebrate the full moon, really, really just thoroughly enjoy it. But what happens is it's a opening that happens that then with intention and a sacred attention, ideas are going to be bubbling up, and you're going to want to keep yourself open to even more ideas. So even within the next 24 to 48 hours, more things are going to drop in, and you're going to want to keep your pen and paper nearby, because these are messages from your soul. This is information that is coming to you and through you for you as your soul is expanding in this beautiful, exquisite journey that we call life.
And Grace and I will be actually dropping in and speaking a little bit to heart intelligence and the power of our hearts, which actually have a brain. Isn't that exciting? When I learned that our hearts had a brain, I was like, wow. And we're not going to be really diving into the science of it today, because heart math, some of you may know of heart math's work, it's amazing, where science and spirituality have brought a lot of research about the heart together. And in fact, Grace and I later in the year will be hosting a 7-week drop-in on heart intelligence, where we will be bringing more of the science in. Today it's going to be our experience. So first-hand experience becomes embodiment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So let's open up into a little mindfulness so we can turn inwards. And I know our heart's already listening. Our heart in every moment is sending signals to our brain. I used to think it was the other way. And it's very, very powerful. So let's just drop in and get a little bit quiet as I invite you, if you feel comfortable, to close down the eyes. And Grace will lead us into a little bit of mindfulness before we come into our deeper conversation. Thank you, Grace.
Mm-hmm. So as we turn our gaze to the interior exquisiteness of our own hearts, and if it feels right for you to put your hands on your heart in this moment, feeling the connection of your divinity, of your spark of radiance and magnificence. The heart is the first organ to signify you're alive. And your aliveness is beckoning for you to live even deeper, even fuller, even grander, even more magnificent and more brilliant every single day. And so in our mind's eye right now, as we are tuned in to that interior, that spark of the divine, see the spark of light right at the heart of your heart, the spark of your magnificence, to allow yourself to feel your radiance, feel the essence and the qualities that uniquely align with your highest and deepest self, the being of you, the brilliance of you. And as you're holding your own magnificence in the palm of your hand, feeling the light, feeling the heat, feeling the rays of divinity that are coming right from the essence of you, the sacredness of you, and feeling that in the palm of your own hand. And as we see the flame of your own sacred heart building from this spark, like a bonfire, allowing that billowing breath to ignite your sacred flame to become even bigger, even bolder, even brighter. And feeling that magnificence, that flame of your radiance in the palm of your hand. And in this moment, knowing that your heart's intelligence is here speaking to you and through you, for you, as you. And as we take this breath together, this deep, beautiful, radiant breath together, acknowledging and appreciating and accelerating this spiral of light, this spark of your divine heart's intelligence, feeling this aspect of you that is beckoning for your attention, to recognize its brilliance, to acknowledge its wisdom that is right here for you and as you and through you. Let's take this deep, beautiful breath together. Holding it just at the top, taking an extra sip of this magnificence, and then allowing this breath allowing yourself to settle into, relax, allow, make welcome a whole new dimension of you coming through the wisdom of your heart into this precious present now moment. And Aurora, if you'd like to add to this beautiful centering.
So in the invitation for your shoulders to drop even more deeply and your belly to soften. Knowing that whatever you're feeling and wherever you are in this moment is absolutely perfect. And the willingness to stay open, and the willingness to be in the act of receiving. We take a beautiful, unified deep breath in through the nose, this time an enlivening, refreshing breath in. And a long sighing breath out. As you slowly make your way to open eyes, feeling your bottom on the chair. And coming into this conversation from a new place, a fresh place. And as we start to find ourselves back with open eyes now, just starting our conversation about igniting heart intelligence. Let's just take a moment before we do that, just to see the different women across the globe on the screen. Noticing the same,
Mm.
the difference and the same. So I started to feel inspired as we were dropping in